What's going on? It's Chris, the Dating Doc, and I swear this video I'm making, it's got to be the biggest mess when you talk about the intersectionality Royal Rumble. Okay, on one side we have a Navajo TikToker who basically advocates for the rights of the Indigenous, of Native Americans, and then on another side, I don't know what she really does. Honestly, all I know is that she's enveloped in this mess, and she's got a whole bunch of crocodile tears. And she decided that she was one of the fangirls of this guy by the name of Modern Warrior. So what we're gonna talk about Modern Warrior, Chelsea Hart, and the supporting cast. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie it up at the end to talk about how this serves as an example of how when you hear about your friends or family breaking up and you often take sides, right? It's a very binary approach of thinking, well, they got divorced, it's the man's fault. And then you come find out that the woman was basically avoiding the man or emotionally abusing him or vice versa, right? So take this drama, this tea here, and use it when it comes to dating, and understand there's two sides to every story, and both sides could be both the bad guy. Without further ado, those that don't know, I'm from a place called Killeen, Texas, home of Fort Hood, Vanessa Guillen. You probably heard of that, right? So you're either hood, a soldier, country, or a mix of all that. If you're from Killeen, you know this. Why do I say all this? Because in my town, in my city, things like this, hey, look, a player is just playing. You got to take the L and just adjust. But instead, when it comes with TikTok, when it comes to all these pronouns and these terms, you take very simple concepts and people want to make it smarter than what it is, right? Like, oh, he didn't give me informed consent, AKA player didn't tell me he was playing, right? But instead they got to try to make it all Brene Brown on us. So I'm gonna go through this article. Lance Tosi and Chelsea Hart drama explained amid polyamory controversy. TikTokers Chelsea Hart and Amanda Mary have taken to the platform to expose, right? Expose. Come on, man. Back in my place, I'm not gonna call it the hood. It's not the hood, even though we got Fort Hood there. We ain't talking about no exposing. Just, hey, player was playing, and he got caught. The woman claimed that Tosi engaged in polyamorous relationships without consenting to the same. They also stated that they engaged in unprotected sex, while he claimed to be a monogamous relationship. Okay, so y'all decided to have unprotected sex, and now it's his fault. That's the generation we're living in. Accountability is rare. On Wednesday, the two women took to their separate TikTok accounts explaining their relationship with Modern Warrior. Shoot, man, he Modern Warrior, man. Chelsea Hart said she was romantically involved with Lance Tosi for 6 months. Hart mentioned in the video that they were in a relationship. She was under the assumption that these two were exclusive. Yeah, whatever. They also engaged in unprotected sex. However, she found out later that he was seeing other women as well. Look, player was playing. That as simple as that. And then she goes on to say, I may be pregnant with your child, and you are apologizing for your communication. Don't you dare try to apologize for your communication. Why don't you apologize for taking advantage of my vulnerability to get in my pants? Two sides of the story, okay? You yourself knew that this guy had a following, okay? He probably knew to target you because you seem a little cray-cray, a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, so he did his thing. But nowadays, we gotta go online and we gotta do these crocodile tears, and stay tuned because I'm about to play her video so y'all can see those crocodile tears. Amanda Mary, who's another one, aka Banana Mary, another short-haired white girl. Okay, it's just facts are facts. Okay, I'm not saying anything. In her video, she stated that she went through the same experience as Hart. Mary said in her video that the two also had unprotected sex, I can't say it today, and that Tosi denied informed consent. Back where I'm from, it says, hey, they did their thing. Informed consent refers to a person having all information related to a situation. They must have the required details before making their decision. Man, I don't know how many times I lied to my parents about, yeah, I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna play baseball, knowing damn well I was hanging out with my crew doing other stuff. Come on now, informed consent, man. All right, so real quick, for those that don't know, Lance Tossi, Navajo TikToker known for his "Hey colonizer" phrase. He uses this as a reference to white supremacists and racists. He does this to antagonize. You know, he starts off with his "Hey colonizer" phrase. What's hilarious about this is kind of like a reverse Uno. You know, talk about stolen lands and all this stuff. And here he is hanging out with, you know, he's got a type. He's got a type. You know, I don't know if they went to the sunken place or he went to the sunken place, but he definitely got a type. All right, let's roll this next video.
I just want to take a second to apologize to Chelsea. I'm very sorry that our friendship has come to this. I'm very sorry for not being the effective communicator that I wanted to be.
I'm telling you, they love using these big words like, I'm not an effective communicator. The whole gaslighting, the whole, I'm sorry, you know, we're basically just friends. I can't believe I did this to a friend. Hilarious. Players don't even know how to play.
And most importantly, I'm extremely sorry for the pain that I've caused you. Nothing I can say will remedy that. And to everyone else, I'm sorry I let you down. I do hope, though, you will give me the grace to grow and learn.
He out here going on the power pause. Man, I hope I can learn from this, man. I hope I can learn because I played both of y'all. I had unprotected sex. Unprotected sex. I can't even say the word right now. I made them clap, and I apologize that I made them clap. I'm sorry, colonizers.
From this opportunity. Have a good day.
You old idiot. It's time to hear from the Intersectionality defending champion right here to see what she's got to say.
I've tried to manage the situation, and I'm not enough right now. I'm really not. And people think I'm a magician who can control TikTok.
Now, first off, what is she doing sleeping on, As Seen on TV mop? That straight up looks like lime worms out here. She's sleeping on some new age mop. What's up with that?
I don't know what to do or say or anything, except I'm sorry. All of this is just getting so out of hand. He was gonna keep doing this. There's now 4 of us, and we all ethnically ambiguous, white or white adjacent, white passing, brunettes.
White adjacent, white passing. I can't keep up with these terms, okay? And by the way, there's not 4 of y'all. You got played, and you just can't take accountability for your own stupidity.
We literally 4 of us now, since the initial woman who is not white. 4 of us who are white or white adjacent, brunettes, ambiguous.
White adjacent, ambiguous. Look, y'all need help, okay? I don't care about no pronouns. You, they got played. Whatever pronoun you want to use got played.
Literally was going to keep doing this. There was no other way to do this, and I'm just sorry for all the collateral damage, and none of them deserve it. None of the people who are getting attacked by this deserve it. If any of you could find it in your heart to tell people to leave me alone, stop telling me to do things to myself.
Stop telling you to do things. That's that TikTok generation. Y'all do whatever you want until you face the consequences. Then what do? You blame others.
I really appreciate it. And if you could use gender neutral terms when referring to me, I'd really appreciate that.
Wait, let me hold up here. I gotta use gender neutral terms with you. But you got different parts, and I'm just so confused. Let's go on.
This is a lot, but I'm just gonna probably stay in bed today. But I'm letting you know I'm okay and I've got food down.
So basically, she said a whole bunch of nothing. Again, they use these big words like informed consent and I'm white cousin, white parallel, white adjacent. I never heard that term. What's white adjacent? Is that like if you Scottish and you got a friend who's Irish and y'all live across the street, y'all white adjacent, right? Because what can someone comment below? Let me know what white adjacent means. I have zero idea what white adjacent. Am I Hispanic adjacent to a Dominican because they live in the island across from Puerto Rico? Like help me out. What's white adjacent? Okay, it's like they got more terms than Power Ranger seasons nowadays. I don't understand. What I found interesting about this article is all about TikTokers say that attempt to hold Modern Warrior accountable turned into an attack on the indigenous community. I'm telling you, this is like the intersectionality Royal Rumble right here. I mean, you got Chelsea Hart on the right over there, right over here, who, you know, she uses a pronoun. She's got about 20% of the alphabet and all that jazz. And then she gets played by Modern Warrior, right? But then you got Modern Warrior he doesn't believe in genders, and he's advocating for the rights of Native Americans. So I'm talking like, this is like Ultron versus Thanos here when it comes to the woke movement, you know? And what we got here is the people were accusing me of lying and not being involved. All right, yada, yada, yada. Got it, boom, boom, boom. So they're saying that it's basically now Chelsea Hart is like, oh, I got played, so now I'm gonna destroy an indigenous man, right? At least that's what some people were alleging. TikToker Amanda Mary, this is Banana Mary I talked about, is accusing Satsi of denying her informed consent. Here we go again with that verbiage. By having unprotected sex with her without telling her that he was having unprotected sex with other women. All right, he said that Chelsea Hart was now pressuring her, right? You know, I'm talking about Cray Cray here on the right, was pressuring her on the left, right? I know they kind of look like little clones, about pressuring her to be like, hey, let's bring him down, let's dox him. So it's one of those things where the truth is what needed to be out there. I needed to tell my story so that Lance didn't use his platform any longer to take advantage of women, right? I'm telling you, it's sunk in place. Sunk in place. Hell have no fury. You know the rest. Okay, so let's see here. Ebony War Studios also claimed that although Hart implied that they had confided in Tatsi about experiencing a miscarriage, she actually had I'm not gonna say because, monetization, but bottom line, Cray Cray was saying that, oh, I can't believe that, this happened to my unborn child. But in reality, unbeknownst to everyone, she did it herself. Again, it goes back to accountability and how there can always be two sides that are ugly. I mean, this is just a mess. And then you had this other woman named Witchy Twitchy, who is Native American and has hung out with Lance Tossi, the Modern Warrior. And then she got accused of being all wrapped up into this. Okay, again, by the clones, right? So, I mean, this is just a mess. The allegations of subconscious racism and the crocodile tears is what really, really gets me. I really like this little statement here. On the point of white woman's potentially weaponized tears, Witchy Twitchy said that seeing Hart and Mary's videos gain a lot of traction and receive so much support was upsetting, given that multiple Native women had come forward about an indigenous man shortly before Hart posted their initial video. Look, it's a complete mess, right? What you got here is you're really trying to wonder, okay, what kind of mental conditions are going on here? Because I'm gonna be very 100% with you. I see a little bit of narcissism on both sides. You know, instead of getting true help in therapy, especially for Chelsea Hart, her currency is attention from digital strangers. Okay, she will not take accountability for the fact that she decided on her own to have unprotected sex, right? Regardless of the fact that she was denied informed consent, the fact that he didn't tell her all that. Look, player's gonna play. But then you have someone who, again, talks about, hey, colonizer. All these folks that are in these woke movements, they are good at calling out other people, but they are far from perfect. They are a complete mess. And it's important that viewers or those that are on the TikTok community, or if you're watching this video, whenever you hear your friends break up and you hear these stories about who he said, she said, and who's wrong, realize there's two sides to every story, and both sides can be both bad guys. It doesn't have to be just one or the other. Let's keep it going. Needless to say, TikTok is a dumpster fire. It promotes a lot of narcissism, a lot of self-centered attention seeking. And what you see here is a display of that. But it's also a micro example of what's happening in the world of dating, where men are out here woke fishing you. They're pretending they're of a certain political party. They're pretending they are Christian. And the same narrative fits for women. Women are pretending that they are classy, but they're out here, you know, hooking up with every guy that they go on a date with. They're pretending they're looking for long-term, but they're showing more short-term habits, or they're short-term and then they actually are looking for long-term, you know. So what you see is more than what you see, okay? It's like the old Transformers cliche, more than meets the eye. That goes with dating. You may meet a woman who is woke, but is cray-cray. You may meet a man who's advocating for some sort of right movement or something that you agree with, but he's irresponsible when it comes to protection with his partners. All right, so no one is perfect. Doesn't matter what they're protesting, doesn't matter what cause they're defending. They are not these messiahs. And you need to understand that in this world where all of a sudden what you represent sometimes makes up your personality, we still have to look at what's important. Conflict resolution, healthy communication, self-healing, getting through that trauma, and being grown-ups. If not, you see a mess like you do here. So that's all I got. It's Chris, the Dating Doc. Please click and subscribe, support the channel. Peace.